She didn't buy my love.
It's a type of love. What
love language? Gifts are your love language? Is that what you're telling us? Gifts are your love language if she spends a lot of money on you?
No.
No?
Some people are like that, though.
He just explained how he was. He literally just explained it.
Because she
like
bought
step
me...
for step.
No, but
but you take the time, once you receive a gift of a certain value, now it's some clicks in your head that, okay, this person just doesn't want me just for,
that person like truly cares for
me. Like, they care about you.
Exactly. That person just doesn't want me for dick.
Yeah. Like, they care about you as a person, and they're willing to give up something, not something like time. They're willing to give up some monetary, financial benefit that they could have used on themselves because they could have done whatever they wanted with it.
Exactly.
But they spent it on you. That's what we're saying. Like
me personally, I would have told her that, like, honestly, you shouldn't have bought that. You should have bought something that's more meaningful for you.
My Sony stocks with that money.
Yeah, or you could have imagine she would have put $100,000 in GameStop at that time.
I mean, first of all, she had $100,000.
She's not.
No, not like.
Yeah.
She put like a K.
Yeah.
She would have made $100,000. Yeah.
Yeah. She would. Like for me, it's like I'd rather a PlayStation's not gonna give us growth. Us being together, spending time with each other, going out on dates, spending a lot of time with each other, that's going to give us growth. And that's where I'm going to see if the relationship is going to go further or not. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so walk us through your step by step from you meeting a girl to wanting to be in a relationship.
Okay, so
when does it click for you that you want to be in a relationship with a girl?
So first off, like, obviously I'd sit down with them. Like, if I'm able to, like, easily converse with somebody, then I'll be like, okay, something could go down, let's just keep on hanging out and see where it goes. Like, one time I spent like legit 4 or 5 hours just we were supposed to just chill and watch a movie. We were legit speaking for 4 or 5 hours.
Jeez.
And I was like, you know what, okay, something like this is good, because like before, when you're in university, if you go over there, like you're going over there for something, right? But like me, that wasn't my intentions. But it could have happened, but it was never my intentions. And then you spend a lot of time, like you're conversing with that girl. Okay, first date went by good. And then after that, we keep on doing that. We go out on dates or whatever, and then you meet my homeboys. My homeboys fuck with you. Okay. Now it's gonna get a little bit better, and then we go from there. And then after that, you have that conversation. You're like, okay, I'm telling you this right now. This is what I want. Like, I'm not here to fuck around because that shit ain't for me no more. I'm here to be in something meaningful that's gonna last me forever, bring happiness to both of us, and have somebody to support you. Because for sure, every guy, like, they could lie to you and be like, look, nah, I'm just here, fuck bitches and all that. Nah. Like, that's just not my mentality no more. My goal is to, find that significant other that's going to help me grow as a person, as I'm going to do the same thing for them, and that's going to support me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to support them too, obviously. And then that's the conversation that happens.
And then from there on, you just...
And then if we're both on the same page with it, we go forward.
There you go.
Take that next step. I don't know how you guys went through it. Like, I know you, AJ, I look at your relationship beautiful. So I want to see, like, your opinion on, like, how did it start with you guys?
I said the golden relationship. Poster child.
Well, mine personally started with a friends with benefits. That's how mine started.
What we say, 30% chance.
We said 30% chance.
You have a better chance with a friends with benefits.
I want you to go back.
Tinder, Hinge.
Honestly, I second that.
I want you to go back and remember who said it. 30% chance. Because
where'd you get that number though? Was it just a number that popped up in your head?
It was 1, 2, 3.
We had like a sample size of like our friends we know and how they got into relationships, and then our friends we know that are in relationships, and then kind of. I told you, everything comes down to math. Niggas want to get mad at me when I want to.
It's crazy.
Everything comes down to math at the end of the day.
Hey, if y'all want to find that episode, just look back on the YouTube, back on the iTunes.
Plug.
It's all gonna be
Link tree.
What's the thing? Tips to keep a man. I don't know.
Tips to keep a man.
How to keep a man.
Listen to that.
How to keep a man, and
tips to keep a
rules with friends with benefits.
Tips to keep a woman. Yeah, I want to hear that.
We have a female guest on for that.
Hey, don't worry, we're getting that in the works.
Clearly, only one of us knows how to keep a woman.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had to this. Yes, he's got a name, bro.
What's the best one?
It was that picture that he did he do it himself?
No, huh? He didn't. He took the picture himself and he posted it, and then I think
Was it you?
you're the one who added the. What's his name? You don't have to go through it alone. Join. Get your ED problem fixed.
Fix the date. Call this number.
Call this number. And it was the man smiling with his hands in his pocket, just with this grin. You know? Erectile dysfunction can be solved.
It can be solved.
It can be
You don't have to go through the load.
You don't have to
I
go
know
through
a
the
guy.
load.
I know a guy.
You know a guy.
It's not
You
me.
know a
I
guy.
know a guy. Let me clear. It's not me.
Yeah,
I
a guy.
know a
There's a
guy.
picture outside.
Holy.
Yeah, here's what this
Nah,
guy.
if he ever gives us permission, to post that,
Oh my
holy.
gosh, I'm posting that picture by itself. No
Hold
explanation, no caption.
Yeah,
Hold
jeans.
on. Yeah, jeans.
Jeans.
She's everything.
Big
bro.
smile, a
It's
little
just-
big smile, a little toothpick in the background. Hands in his pocket, just. Hey, I'm sweet, you know.
I'm not ready. You're a special case.
That shit was funny, bro.
But yeah, mine started with friends with benefits for a year, and then
Back to this.
it grew to more than that afterwards.
See, that's the thing. That's what I meant before. Like, you know, if it's starting to, like, you know, become to a point where it's gonna get serious, like, you know, we're starting to create an emotional attachment, and we're both at that point where we both know what we want.
Yeah. There you go.
Something happens. Cause would you say that you guys became like best friends in a sense?
It took her a damn year, but yeah. It took her a damn year.
It took you guys
To be
to be
best friends?
Huh?
Or to date?
To date and also become best friends. 'Cause, like,
But-
I was, you know what I'm saying? I was ready. I shot 4 times.
Couldn't be me.
I shot 4 times.
Nah, like you were friends with benefits, so
But you
know
guys
that
were
you
still.
getting,
You guys were still.
so some man you were getting your dessert as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was getting some goods. That sounds so bad. The man was benefiting.
I was benefiting from
Mutual
the friendship.
exchanging of
Yes, I was benefiting from the
benefits,
friendship.
But I want to know, what is it that kept you there for so long?
I wanted her. Period. I didn't want to build this.
So you're a bad example for the rest of us.
I didn't want to build this
Yeah.
relationship. I didn't want to build this connection with no one. I wanted
You're a
her.
bad example for the rest of us regular dudes.
And then what if, you know, at one point she was to see somebody else? Not saying or anything wrong, but like, what was it like what was it about her that you wanted so badly?
Well, she didn't see anyone else.
No, but yeah.
No. I'm just saying, like that's part of it. We were in a friends with benefits, and we didn't see anyone else. Part of it clicked in my head, like, what the hell are we doing? You know, we are friends with benefits that are getting closer and closer for a year. They're getting closer and closer, but for some reason don't want to put the label on it. We're doing everything that entails. Yeah. What? You don't have to, what is this?
I'm gonna end up. So that you know, there was a question there. I don't want to cut you off.
Okay.
You think race had anything to do with the kind of distance? Just kind of like to make sure like that was a possible.
Wait, what? Race?
Like just waiting that long.
For me?
No, for her. Like from her side. 'Cause I think it's for a black guy to date a white woman. I think we can see past our parents not care. Like.
Well, I 100% agree. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
She had to come to
and
terms
that
with the
is-
fact that I like this African American man. How my family gonna think? What are my friends like? What is my circle of people gonna think about?
I
That
100%.
shouldn't. But okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think it was a factor in some shape or form. We'd have to ask her to the extent, because I will not speak for someone who's not here. But I'm sure it was, especially because we're from, me and her, we're both from Burlington, Ontario. There's not many people of color there, so it definitely has to be some sort of mental hurdle. You know what I'm saying? Be like, okay, like he's cool and all, but like, can I see it?
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
I completely understand what
less
you're trying
like,
to
I'm
say.
not saying she's racist in any way, shape, or form.
No,
you know, like, we
hell
love
no.
back cool as hell. But it's like that initial step, off to interracial dating. Can I do it?
I'm sure it played some sort of fact.
But like, for me personally, like I said, me being from Montreal, how like, you know, there's minorities everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing different. Like you see in like these Arab date like white people. You see black date Asians, Asians date white date white date black.
That's why I was saying like that's why I said like where we're from as well, because that matters.
Yeah, it does. It really
matters.
does.
It's not like throughout history the blacks were not racist to other people.
Never.
Asians were not racist to other people.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like as of right now, there's
to my knowledge, at least in that shape or form, we were not racist to other people. It was
to ourselves.
To ourselves maybe,
to ourselves for sure.
But and we were what I'm saying. I still believe that you can't be racist to white people, but.
I'm not gonna agree with you.
By the same standards that we call things racist when we do it to other races, technically,
I think
it is racism.
I think in the definition of the word, yes, you can. I think where the difference comes in is how much power a race holds that will determine how much people care.
Like what is it? Intangibles, like shit you can't.
It's just control. Like if people don't care so much if a girl beats up a dude, because in people's minds, dudes are stronger physically.
That's a
so then when it happens, like it does happen, but at the same time, people don't care about it as much because in their mind they have a preconceived notion on what's supposed to be, what this is supposed to be like, right? So,
but like looking back at like what you're saying, should race matter? Me personally, love is love. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you care about that person, nothing is gonna stop you.
No, 100%.
But
what I was trying to get at is that, in my opinion, I feel it is more of a hurdle for people, for white people than other races. Just because it's such a big part of history, right?
And you gotta understand like the stuff that's gonna come with it. Like, if you guys walk into a store together, you're gonna get eyes, like people are gonna look at you.
Depending on where you are, yeah.
Like, it's crazy, even downtown Montreal. One time I went out on a date in Montreal and I walked into a store and I could tell that these owners were looking at me like so weird. Like, and it wasn't as if I was just like somebody that looks like a hoodlum or anything. I was just dressed normally. I walked in, I said, "Good evening." They asked me, "Do you need help?" I'm like, "No, I'm just looking at these shoes." And the owner walks out and he's looking at me heavy, like staring at me as if I'm doing something wrong. And then I looked at her and I'm like, "Yeah, can we go?" And she was like, "Why, is everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, everything's fine. Can we just go?" And then I explained it to her outside that like that's what happened. And she didn't understand it. She didn't even notice. So for them to date us, they gotta be prepared of what's to come with it.
In a sense, like, it sucks to say, but we're kind of looked at as like the bad race based off what's put out there. Stereotypes of us, like as black people, it's like dating outside of our race has never been like you just went and got something worse than what you could have gotten.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think that's ever the case. That's just kind of the narrative that's been out there since time. Since time.
Yeah.
Since time.
And for me, like it doesn't matter. Like,
and again, it's not gonna matter. It's easier for us to say that because apparently we're already the bottom of the barrel, right? So like when you live in a society where you feel like that, you're never gonna feel like dating outside your race is a bad thing. If anything, it increases the self-hate you have within your race because now you're like, oh, now that I've made it big, I don't want to be, sanctioned to stay here. And like, again, I don't think this is the case, but that's kind of just the narrative
you're right. There has been throughout time. There has been a superiority and an inferiority complex here. There has been. The reason we were the reason
no one likes losing.
The reason Africa has been treated the way it's been treated is because everyone believed it was inferior to all the other countries.
But if you go to Africa and you see pictures, that place is beautiful. Like
I'm just talking about
Nigeria.
I'm just talking about treatment.
Treatment, 100%.
In terms of people going there, taking people, selling them as slaves, taking their land, using it, colonizing, all that stuff, right? The reason that happened is because people believed that they were inferior. They were below them. I deserve this land. You don't deserve this land. So on and so forth. This complex is universal.
It's like a trickle down effect. It starts there, and then now we're seeing kind of the super long term effects of it. Like our parents got it a lot worse than our
100%, without a doubt.
Our parents, it was blatant. Our parents, it was semi blatant, and now it's really hidden how much people don't really allow this.
And I think that's why I always say it. I'm not sure if you guys agree, but COVID was a blessing, because who would have thought that throughout COVID something big like this would happen, and now the awareness of it is at a different level. Like, if you look back at, like, the Trayvon Martin situation, it was big at that time, but then it died down. Then another situation happened. It was big. It lasted a while, but then it died down completely.
Mike Brown, Sandra Bullock.
Yeah. And then now that everybody's home and everybody has so much time on their hands, I feel like people took the time to really learn about what is really going on, and that's why it became so big in the NBA. That's why it became so big in the NFL. And people don't want to listen to the national anthem. Nothing, and there's no disrespect towards those who go to war for us. I will never disrespect them ever, because that takes a different type of courage to do that, and I salute those dudes. If you're ever watching that, I salute you. I'm sure the guys here salute you for doing that, but you have to understand that when, if you look at the history of the national anthem, it supported racism, right? Am I right or wrong? Because that's what I read from it. So, that's why I feel like it's going on for so long, and it's being supported for so long. It's just because COVID's around and everybody's home and everybody's taking the time to learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. People have time. People never used to have time. People got time.
Yeah, today
time on their hands.
we got time.